Welcome back to the Tigers Den podcast, guys. Before we get started, you know what we got to do. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're brand new, and don't forget to hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Twitter, IG, and Facebook at Big C Got Game. Well, this one was a lot closer than we all thought it would be. Our Tigers moved to 8-0 on the season after beating Florida 42-24. The Gators came out hot, but Grambling was able to turn things around in the second quarter. Chris King had a rough day, man. He finished with 309 yards, 3 touchdowns, but threw 3 interceptions, and they were awful. At least 2 of the INTs were telegraphed, and it made it easy for the secondary to jump the route and pick them off. On the ground, Pierre Jackson carried the rock 24 times for 152 yards and 2 scores. Kevin Easley picked up 83 yards. He averaged 17 yards a carry. The ground game was dominant again this week. Out wide, Antonio Walker continues to impress in his sophomore campaign. He finished this week with 6 grabs for 103 yards and a touchdown. Paxton and Smith both caught TDs as well. On defense, Stovall and Ginn both had 8 tackles, and Torian Ray went off. He had 4 sacks. And shout out to Caleb Causey. He also had 2 sacks. And another big shout out to Jason West. He had a pick 6. So we dig deeper into the stats. This was a close game. The G-Men's defense held Florida to 4 of 11 on 3rd down and 0 for 2 on 4th. What almost hurt was those 4 turnovers. But the win streak is still alive, and our Tigers are still sitting pretty at number 1 in the country. Louisiana Lafayette is in at 2. Utah jumps up 4 spots to 3. Miami of Ohio is in at 4. Oklahoma falls 2 spots to 5. Wisconsin's in at 6. Texas in at 7. Nebraska's up 6 spots to 8. Mississippi State's up 4 spots to 9. And the Ohio State Buckeyes fall 6 spots to 10. Taking a look at the players of the week, and we have to say congratulations to GSU defensive end Torian Ray. His 6-tackle, 4-sack game against Florida lands him the defensive player of the week in the NCAA. Time to hit the recruiting trail, and we welcome 2 new prospects to the Season 7 recruiting class. First up is 5-star athlete Joe Bell from Tyler, Texas. He's going to come in and push for playing time at corner, but can play wide receiver too. But most likely he will join an already stellar secondary room. Next up is 4-star defensive lineman Daniel Sapp. The 6'6" Washington native has great block shedding traits and tackling ability, but his speed and agility and acceleration fit more at a D tackle. So look for Sapp to move to the interior line position, where I think he will shine. We do have some concerns this week. 5-star tight end Sheldon Hicks has moved Kentucky into his number 1 spot. He had a solid visit this week, but has a huge visit coming up with Michigan this week. He's a player that we could really use. Make sure you guys stay up to date with everything Grambling State and recruiting by following your boy on Twitter, IG, and Facebook at Big C Got Game. So we're in week 10, and it's rematch time. The last time Grambling State and Navy played, it was in the national championship where the Tigers secured their 2nd straight crystal ball, winning 63-21. This year's midshipmen come in 4-2 on the season and riding a 2-game losing streak, taking L's from Tulane and Tulsa. We know Navy is an option team, so it's going to be important to keep Jamil Williams contained. He's thrown for 640 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions, but it's his legs we have to worry about. He's got solid speed and great break tackle, and he's very elusive. His backfield mates are scary good, too. Jarrell Newberry leads the team in rushing with 774 yards and 5 scores. And there's Williams with 512 yards and 8 touchdowns. But Canary is no slouch, 405 yards and 4 scores. Look for the G-Man to keep 8 in the box the entire game, and their corners on an island. Out wide, McCoy is the leading wideout. He has 19 grabs for 193 yards and is the only player in the receiving group with touchdowns. Rodriguez and Overstreet are solid, but I think our corners can hold it down. On defense, Jake Ostrander leads the team with 40 tackles, and his linebacker mate Aaron Arnold is second on the team with 33 tackles. Middle linebacker Charles Vincent leads Navy with 3 sacks, and Arnold is second with 2. Digging deeper into their roster, Navy has a solid offensive line, but the one glaring hole is at right tackle. And their D-line is solid, led by DN Weldon Kaysen. Brian Fuller is a solid sophomore. Up the middle, you got Eric Larson, and he's a beast and is only a freshman. The midshipmen are solid at linebacker with Ostrander, Owens, Vincent, and Arnold. All 4 are playmakers. But in the secondary, Navy won't be able to keep up with our wideouts, and both of their safeties are on the slower side. And it looks like Herbie is rolling with the Tigers this week, but I'm more interested to see how the Tigers defense will handle this Navy option. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're brand new. And don't forget to ring that bell and join the Noti Squad and hit those links down in your boy's description. Follow me on Twitter, IG, and Facebook at Big C Gat Game. And we'll talk from Philly as our Tigers link back up with the midshipmen of Navy. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.